What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? This your man Jim, taking it one day at a time. Just created this channel, and that's the name of this channel, One Day at a Time. You know, I was just sitting back thinking, in these days and times we living in, everything is changing. Everything, like the economy and everything is going up. Like the price of rent right now is crazy. I mean, it's different in different areas of the states. It might be higher up north in the northern parts, or maybe even out there in California. But down here where I'm at in the South, y'all already know, man, rent is no joke. We used to $800, $900, maybe $1,000 a month. And I'm talking about you used to get like a 3-4 bedroom house, 900,000, maybe 1,100 a month. Man, if you're trying to get 3 and 4 bedrooms, something decent, man, you're gonna be past 2,000s. Like I say, if you want something decent. And so, like, to us, like up north in different states, it might be, that's probably nothing to them, but like to us, it's like, man, this is crazy. I mean, the price of food, the price to live, the price of just everything, everyday necessities is just gone up since the past 10 years. And past that, it's steady going up. But I was just sitting back thinking about like jobs and just how are we able to take care of bills, how are we able to have our necessities, still live life, still be able to do certain things, and these jobs ain't paying nothing. These jobs, a 9-to-5 job, it's like, how can we do this with what the amount of money that these 9-to-5 jobs are paying? And so now we got to really focus on trying to get a hustle going, or a job, a created job, a business, which is a hustle, a created job. That's what a business is. And anybody can have their own business or start their own business, and that's one of the things that I did to get out of that. I never even had a 9-to-5, to be honest. I never had a 9-to-5. Like, I worked for somebody, but it was like just under the table. Like, I never had a 9-to-5. And, with working with somebody, for me, it taught me that I don't need the 9-to-5. I can work for my own self. So one of those things is cutting yards. And that's one of the things that I do right here. And you can see a truck. Of course, you got to have a truck to pull your equipment. And like I say, it's just one day at a time. This was not something that was overnight. I actually started out with a car, putting a small mower like this. I'll show you right here. One of these small mowers I would put in the trunk of the car, and that's how I started out. And I started getting business by passing out flyers on people's doors, just letting people know, hey, I cut yards, stuff like that, to build up customers. And so I just built up from there, and being consistent. And you can do it. You just got to be every day. You might only start out 3 or 4 customers, keep that going, and next thing you know, you'll have 10. Next thing you know, you just go from there. But you got to be on it every day, because sometimes it can get slow, and you just got to keep going. But anyway, let me let y'all see. This is the machine right here. This is the lawnmower, 0-turn riding lawnmower. I've had some other ones in the past, but this is the one I'm using now. It's a pretty good one. It's a 44-inch deck. That's what I use to cut the yards. Small mower just for little small spots or backyards. All the equipment, weed eaters and all that stuff, blowers. This is a 6x12 trailer that we use it on here. And I just got this stuff piece by piece, really. Like I said, started out with a car before I had the truck. And I worked my way, saved money best I could. And then I got some family members helped me out with some old vehicles they had. My mom had an old van, and it worked for a while, but it started breaking down. It was old. so I had to keep in and out the shop with it. And but it got me by for so long. So that was like, you know, you got to use little things for stepping stones. Like that van, it was just a stepping stone for me to get to where I'm going. So sometimes you just got to do what you got to do at that time to work yourself up. And so I went from there, and then I think I had another vehicle that was same thing, breaking down. So finally was able to get something approved at the dealership. Used that for a while. It was like an SUV. It wasn't a truck. It was like a small SUV, but I put a trailer hitch. You can start out, you can get an SUV, put a trailer hitch on it. If it doesn't come with one, you can actually get one of these put on at U-Haul. If your vehicle does not have a trailer hitch, but make sure that it can pull, that you're not putting too much weight, because it could damage your transmission and your suspension. But yeah, if you just put in like a small mower or something, you can pull, I mean, you can get one put on at U-Haul. They'll put it on for you. They'll charge you like $200 or something. You can buy it, or I think they have them too, or you can buy it yourself and just let them put it on, and they'll put it on for you, and you can start pulling a trailer. Now this trailer right here, I bought from a neighbor. I was sitting there and I was like, man, because I had a trailer, but it was like raggedy and just, yeah, it was not that great. And so he had this sitting out in his yard. He had a sign on it, $500. That's a steal. For, you know, if you know how much these trailers, you can Google how much these trailers cost. $500. I had to jump on it. So I ended up selling the one I had just like for, I think I sold it for like $200. So I only needed 300 more. Got the 300 and bought this one. So it's got the little mesh, like my other one, see this mesh side? My other one didn't have this, so that's cool. You know, that on there, that was different. And then the tailgate, my other one had it didn't even have a tailgate on it. It was just like open, like I had to use ramps to go down, and I had like a little ladder to go across to kind of like, so the mowers don't fall out. So yeah, this one got the tailgate. I need to get my tailgate fixed too. It's got holes. I got some welders that they can weld that to put that on, but yeah. So that's one hustle that I'm due, and it is way better than a 9-to-5. And you can find different hustles within cutting yards. Like for example, as you can see these right here, you might be saying, well, what's this, all this wood stuff? These right here are called pallets. If you've ever seen like those big trucks and they're carrying like stacks of grass, those stacks of grass are on top of these pallets. So whenever you're done unloading the grass and you have these pallets are actually worth money. So that's another little hustle. You know, I don't really rely on this, but it's money whenever I see it, because these pallets are like $15 per pallet. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7 over here. So that's 7 pallets at $15 a piece. So you do the math. So these I actually seen, I think it was like a rental house or something, and they had just got done putting the grass, you know, they had the new grass and stuff on the yard, and these pallets were just sitting there stacked up. I grabbed them ASAP. I mean, you put them on here, you take them to the sod place, they give you the money. I mean, that's a quick, what, $120, 100 and somewhere around there, 15. Yeah, you do the math. I'm not, you know, gonna do the math right now. I'm not a math expert, but you know, why not grab them, make that quick money? And I see these all the time. I just grab them instead of getting, like, if I see one, I don't just take one at a time, you know, because that's just $15. I'll just stack them at the house and wait till I get at least 7 or 8 of them, and then just take them all in and grab, and you don't get that. So you know, that's one thing. And You know, there's all kind of different aspects besides just cutting the yard. Like, you can charge for every certain thing that has to do with yards. For example, if it's a lot of leaves in the yard, you can charge an extra whatever you want, depending on like the size, how much leaves it is, how thick the leaves are, whatever you feel like is worth it. And that's a good thing too. You can put your own like price on what you do. Like, whatever's worth you doing it, you make that call. And if the customer doesn't want to do it, hey, find somebody else. But you know, you can make it reasonable to where it's not gonna drive them away. But I'm just saying, you don't have to cheat yourself either. You don't have to be so cheap just trying to make a sale to where it's not even worth it. So that's a good thing. And you can charge for the raking the leaves plus doing the yard. And then like these trees right here, like small trees, you don't have to be a big tree guy. You can just get you a ladder, like a 10-foot 16-foot ladder. A lot of these trees, somebody already cut them, but they have low hanging branches. You can charge for that. So it's like so many different things that you can charge. If you have a trailer, you can, people have like just stuff, old junk and stuff that they don't want laying around. You can charge them to put that stuff on your trailer and take it to the dump and get money that way. So there's so many different, I mean, I can go on and on. You can, if you got a ladder, you get a ladder, go on the roof, you know, the gutters on the roof. You can take your blower and blow the leaves and the stuff that's in the gutters out and charge for that. Gutter cleaning. You don't have to just cut yards. It's different stuff that you can do that kind of goes with the category of the cutting yards. So it's more money. And so if you go every day and be consistent, you'll make way more money than just working a 9 to 5. And so that's one of the things I do. And then you have to have, you don't have to, but it's good to have even more than just one hustle. Like one good hustle is good. Depending on like where you're at with it, it's good to have multiple streams of income from whatever you can do, like different things. So another thing that I do is I sell Nikes and Jordans. So I resell Nikes and Jordans. It's another thing. So I'll share that on a different video on one of the other hustles that I do, but that's another hustle that I do. So I'm trying to basically make different you know, streams of income, because like I said, man, y'all, the economy, it ain't getting no better. So we got to come up with ways to feed our families. We got to come up with ways to make more money, because these jobs is just not paying enough. And then you have to work another job because you know, the 9 to 5's not working. So now you got 2 9 to 5's. When are you gonna have time to do anything? And then you're just drained, just to barely, y'all know what I'm talking about. So I just want to encourage y'all, and you know, like I say, like, you know, I want to say that we can't do it without God either. You know, we got to have God in our life. You know, if it wasn't for God, I definitely wouldn't have none of this going on. Definitely would not. Not without God. You know, God, whether we know it or not, God is the one that, you know, gives us the mind to be able to do what we do. Everybody can't do what you do. I can't do what a lot of y'all do. Y'all can't do a lot of what I do. God gives us that mind and that power to do what we do. So it's all glory to God. But anyway, y'all, stay encouraged and just pray to God. Listen for that voice. He'll lead and guide you in the way you should go and on different things that you could do. But you got to have that open mindset, and you cannot be afraid of failure or afraid of, well, what if it don't work? What if this? What if that? Because see, fear, a lot of times we've been so taught to just go to school, get a job, and we haven't really been taught, a lot of us haven't, that we can do our own, we can make our own job. We're creators. We can do our own job. But we got to have faith in it that we can do it. And if you have the faith and you put the faith to work, you can get what you need to get. So I encourage y'all, you know, one day at a time, keep it moving. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Thanks for watching. Stay encouraged.